In case you're wondering why I haven't been streaming, it's because I can't. YouTube has striked my account and rejected my appeal. Even though when YouTube gives you your first community strike, you can't stream, post videos, or make community posts for a week, I can now post videos and make community posts, but I cannot live stream still. I wanted to talk about how YouTube suspended my account. They had permanently suspended my entire account, couldn't access my music, couldn't upload, couldn't post, nothing. And then they reinstated it 2 hours later after everyone started complaining about it. So I went back to remove some age restrictions on some older content, and I had only removed the age restriction off of a few videos, one of which was the video on Gaorugura. In this video, I spoke out against virtual CP because I explained that having explicit imagery of children in animation form when they look, sound, and act exactly like a child. And I explained that it's basically training your brain to sexualize children, which is very predatory. And the reason that I use Gaorugura as an example for this is because she has been retweeting explicit imagery of her character for years now, and I pointed this out back 2 years ago in this video as well. I have a problem when you take a character that is a child, okay, the voice actress isn't a child, but the character she's playing is, it looks like a child, it sounds like a child, acts like a child. Basically, the character is a child, but they slap the label, oh, it's 9,000 years old, but she still does the really high-pitched voice, and then also uses imagery on her Twitter of her as a kindergartner, literally in a Japanese kindergarten uniform, along with all these images that are sexualized of this child character. I also brought up some statistics and talked about Japan's culture a little bit in that video, and it was generally pretty educational. And I made 2 of these videos. The second one was to clarify my points in the first one, and that one, the second one, is the one that got my YouTube account terminated. The reasoning that YouTube gave was that I was putting children in danger. The entire point of that video was to showcase why lolicon is wrong, why it's wrong to sexualize children, characters that looked, act, and sound like children, so much so that the formula is replicated over and over. Even on streaming sites like Twitch, there's even guys doing it to make money. So basically, YouTube nuked my entire account because I showed very censored images of lolicon because I needed to demonstrate to the audience for them to understand why it was so gross and why it wasn't just petite women, how it was literal toddlers, like babies you hold in your arms, having terrible explicit things done to them, and it's very commonplace. You see it all the time on sites like Pixiv, and nothing is done about it. So YouTube has taken the stance that lolicon is wrong, essentially. So all the people who are cheering about me being censored, especially considering that Cover tried to censor me themselves, even though this is freedom of speech and I didn't slander anyone and I provided receipts for everything I said and everything else was just my opinion. I'm sure the people who celebrated my ban would be happy to know that they're saying that the content you like is virtual CP. So that's good, but YouTube really lacks the discernment to be able to tell the content that's for education and raising awareness versus the content that's promoting that behavior. Before they just nuked my entire account, I had 0 strikes on it, and this video is 2 years old. They had plenty of time to review it, and in fact, they did review it about 3 or 4 times before suddenly changing their mind 2 years later to strike my account for speaking out against predatory behavior. And I couldn't even reach out to Team YouTube on Twitter, which is the primary way people get their strikes removed, because I'm locked out on Twitter. As of this moment, I'm still locked because of the Eliza Blue situation. So basically, YouTube is not condoning anti-predator content, but they are also policing any sort of lolicon that's going on directly on the platform. I personally don't think lolicon's freedom of speech. I don't think it's anybody's right to sexualize children. And that predatory behavior is being normalized more and more as time progresses, to the point where if you even speak up about it, you get dogpiled. I think the difference between art and pornography, like lolicon, is that art has multiple case uses. You hang it on your wall, it's at a museum, you enjoy the beauty of it, the craft, etc. Pornography just really has one goal, which is to get somebody off. So that's really the difference. That's why you don't see people going to museums and jerking off. So I do think that art is free speech, and I also think that anti-predator content is free speech and shouldn't be censored. I'm glad that I'm back so I can post this huge video I made on YouTube tomorrow. But in those 2 hours where I was banned and I didn't know what I was going to do with my life, I realized how important alt tech is. So I definitely will be establishing more of a presence on places like Rumble, and I already do have a locals. I'm actually already on Rumble. It's under the name Saturday Doll, and I have to ask them to change that, but it's under the channel Brittany Venti on that site. It's a little weird, I know. So if you want to follow me on there, you absolutely should. And if you want to keep up with me, follow me on Locals. Or if you want to support my content, then feel free to subscribe on Patreon. I want to end on saying that I'm not the only one who thinks this. Other people are so creeped out by lolicon and how prevalent it is in anime that they refuse to even watch anime. And I'm someone who's saying this, who's watched a lot of anime and has been for the last 20 years. I think there's a lot more artistic and creative value in not just taking the easy road of fan servicing, and now that apparently includes lolicon because it's just so common in anime. Hypersexuality in general, so not talking about lolicon, can be funny in satirical form. It has its time and place. It can be for adults, but the time and place is not with children. So hopefully I don't get another strike by making this video. But anyway, like the video, subscribe, and leave a comment. Turn the notification bell on. You know the deal. And thank you so much to everybody who got my account back. Thank you to Ricada Law for tweeting YouTube. Thank you, Chrissy Mayer, Nina Infinity, Anna, that Star Wars girl, you guys always have my back. Thank you so much. Lila Hart, and so many more, or else I would just be going on forever. And thank you guys for helping as well. I'm sure that that's why they reinstated it so quickly. So I still can't live stream, so I really do appreciate any support that you guys give. Live streaming has been my main source of income, and I still can't stream, so I really do appreciate the support. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy the big video I have coming out tomorrow. Some of my patrons already saw it early, but I enlisted it now, and you'll have to wait till tomorrow. Bye-bye.